Scrappy friends, a big welcome to my channel today. So I have a bit of a different-ish share for you. I don't know how this one is for Traci Redesigns. I don't know if you've been following along with her beautiful collections or not. This is from the Filled with Intention collection. It's one of the Traveler's Notebook signatures. Now, in the Traveler's Notebook signature packs that you get, there's some patterns, there's some beautiful big quotes, and those designs are unique only to the Traveler's Notebook signature pack that you can get. I have a little notebook. It's a Me and My Big Ideas disc-bound notebook that I keep. It's kind of a diary, but it's kind of not. It's a, today I did this and that kind of thing. And rather than flicking through aimlessly for the page I'm up to, I thought I would make myself a little bookmark placeholder page marker thing. So what I've got is one of the Traveler's Notebook signatures that I have literally folded in half. I scored it. I made sure that fold was nice and sharp, and then I have glued the two halves together, just making sure that it's going to fit together, fit in my notebook. This is it here. And so you can see I'm like, yep, that's going to work. I've also got a couple of the stickers that I've printed, yes, that I'm going to use kind of as the tab up the top. I'm going to ink the edges of everything. I'm going to round the corners, and then I'm going to stick it all together. While I'm doing all that, I've also used some Traveler's Notebook signatures to create bookmarks for my kids. But I can see so many different uses for this kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same thing. You wouldn't even need to use the hole punch that I'm going to use down the side. They do make really handy bookmarks as well. Like I said, I've done this same kind of thing, rounded all the corners, and then laminated it. And my boys have got bookmarks. They think they're fantastic as well. Side note: when I did do my boys' bookmarks, one of them I embossed their name in gold after I stamped it. When I put it through the laminator, the embossing melted again. My child was not upset by it. I kind of went, oh, whoops. And I handed it over and he was like, wow, this is really cool, Mum. Excellent. That's how it was meant to look. But I'll drop some photos in at the end as well of the bookmarks I've created as well. But these things are so versatile. A really handy size too. So many different things that you could do with them. But so I'm just building the main part of my page marker here. I've inked all that up, stuck it all together. I've got this is an A4 laminating sheet, laminating pouch. I'm going to make sure that's in correctly. I'm going to trim it down. I'm going to run it through my laminator. And you can see it is all trimmed down there. I've just used my paper trimmer to do that. I've rounded the corners of the plastic as well. And I'm just trimming it down a bit more. I'm like, I'm going to have to hand cut that. That's all right. Round the corners here. And so, spoiler alert, I punched this in not quite the right spot to start with. So you can see I'm going to punch it. I'm like, yes, that's looking really cool. I'm going to trim around my little tab here. Just with my scissors. And around the other side. I really like how this turned out. Maybe if you're going to do something similar, make sure you think about it before you go ahead and punch the holes. Okay, so I'm like, yep, that's looking good. I'm happy with that. Just trim this down a little bit more. Then I pull in my notebook again and give it a try. And when I put it in, I'm like, oh dear. It's either way too high or way too low. So I'm like, that's not what I wanted. This is the good thing about playing and, making mistakes. So I'm going to trim off where my holes are punched, and I'm going to repunch the holes. I'm totally okay with how this looks. If I was giving it as a gift, I might be a bit more particular about making sure that it was done. And I'm using little air quotation marks perfectly. So you can see now I'm lining that up. I'm counting my rings. I'm counting my holes. I'm just going to make sure that this all lines up correctly before I go punchy punch, because I do want it to stick out the top just a little smidge. So you can see I'm just lining that up, taking a bit more care this time. It does overlap onto the paper a little bit, but again, I'm not fussed at all. It's made it super easy while I am waiting in the car to find the place that I last wrote down what we'd been doing. Just going to pop that back in here now, and voila, something a little bit fun, a little bit easy. You know, you could get your kids involved if you wanted to. But yeah, I just thought I would show everyone. You can see it just sticks out up the top there. There is endless possibilities here that you could do with this. I love them. So fun. You could do multiples. You could do them with like staggered little tabs at the top. Yeah, I just got to find extra time, don't we all? I hope you've enjoyed this fun, different little share. If you have any questions, please make sure you drop them below, and I shall see you in my next process video. Have a fantastic day.